Hiya folks, this is the following Saturday. We're back on Dirty Dyane. Today we are doing the cylinder heads. Here we are folks, got Dirty Dyane's cylinder head and barrel. We put a new barrel on, this will be coming off. And now we need to rebuild the cylinder heads. Also the barrels we were fitting, we're getting a 0.5mm machine off the barrel. So it brings the cylinder head 0.5mm closer to the piston, what gives it slightly higher compression. Not too much, but enough. This is a cylinder head. The barrel sits on this surface. There is no head gasket, no washer, nothing. So it's just an aluminium head with a cast barrel. And what happens in time, the aluminium gets et away under compression and exhaust gases will escape. Doesn't make much difference in performance of the engine, but this is where the heater system works around and you get a taste of exhaust fumes in the car. What's not good. So what we do, we have this old barrel, what we knocked all the fins off of. If you look at this one on this head, you see it's got fins. And this is one we use to lap the head back in. And you think, why do you take all the fins off for? Because if you didn't take the fins off, you wouldn't be able to twist it. Because the push rod tubes and the cylinder head are shaped, so you have very little movement. So we designed a special tool at great expense with a hammer and chisel. Years ago we had this surface machine flat. So what we do, we put cut and paste fine, and this is the coarse. We put a small bit around the top of the barrel, push that in, and then twist that and push that at the same time. And what it does, it cuts into the aluminium and makes a nice smooth surface, so the heads do not blow. After we do that, we'll take the valves out and do the same process on the head. And yes, we use coarse. Then once we've done the coarse one, we got a good seat, then we use fine. As you can see, less is more with this. Don't go plastering on, it doesn't no good. Depends how bad your cylinder head, you could be doing this for some time. Hiya folks, thanks for watching this video. This is just a quick reminder for you to subscribe to our newsletter. It's the best way of keeping up to date all what's going on at the 2CV shop. Plus, we'll email you our free ebook, the 2CV Buyer's Guide. Now, back to the video. Welcome to our stores. The good thing about owning a Citroen 2CV or Dyane, there's many parts available for them brand new. Let me show you a few. These are just some of the panels, what's available. 2CV seals, real wings. In the guttering we have all the trim, the bigger parts, what won't go on a racking. Seat rods. Brand new gear levers. Partial shelf bars. In all these boxes are doors, brand new doors. We have 2CV hoods and some Dyane. We're a bit short stocked at the moment because we're waiting for a big delivery to come in. These are the ones made from Mahari Club Cassis. Upholstery department, dash paddings, different partial shelf colours. This is the seat covers. They're the Dolly One specials. What we got here? We got beachcomber. All these little tiny boxes is all the consumables we need, nuts and bolts and washers to build a 2CV. Just have a look, just have a look at a few. And a lot of the stuff we're going over to stainless steel because it doesn't rust. Electrical terminals. This is just one of the aisles. We are the UK distributor for Mahari Club Cassis. Their stores is like an Amazon warehouse. It's absolutely huge. One day I'll do a video and show you. But what we're here for today is The engine gasket kit for a 2CV 602.
Ah, that's a Badger.
Now what this is a valve spring compressor. That end goes onto the valve, it compresses it, and inside there's two collets, what goes around the valve. Now Jacob's got the collets out from in now, he's going to release the tool so the spring comes back up. So now we can get the spring out, and the valve will just push it. And here's the valve. But here's two I just cleaned from this cylinder head. I cleaned them with a soft wire wheel. Now they got to be lapped into the heads, as you'll see in a minute. We've just taken out, and these have not been cleaned. Actually, it's not too bad on the face. You can see carbon deposits. I will be cleaning those in a minute. Jacob's just finishing off lapping in this cylinder head. I'll say just finished off. He's done the course, and he's going to do the fine. You probably can't see too well on camera. Let's see if I can do that. You might be able to see better now. And considering that's not too bad, I've seen a lot worse. Yeah, folks, we have relapped the valves in. Now what we got to do is put the valve stem seals on. But what we got two sizes, 8.2 and I think this was in 7.7. Now the smaller valve, smaller head, is one with a bigger shaft, 8.2. So what have you got there, Jacob?
I got 7.2, 7.7.
The little hit and tip, what we do, we push the valve stem seal on, just this on the end of the valve, and then we gently push it down with the valve to push it onto where it lives. Then when we're happy it's pushed right home, then we gently remove the valve, and if Jacob moves his finger, you'll see the valve stem seal is in the right place. We put a little bit of lubrication on the valve, and we'll push it back in, because if we don't do that it will push the valve stem seal off and you'll be able to start again. So now seeing, you'll gently twist the valve and it'll push in, and there we go. One valve in place with valve stem seal. We'll repeat the process on the other side. While Jacob's doing that, I'll show you the head we've done already. You can see nicely cleaned valves. We haven't cleaned the head too much because it was really good. And I don't know if you can see where the barrel sits, it's nice and even. Here it is, the cylinder head is in the vise, held very gently because you end up breaking the fins. This is the valve compression tool, and what you've got these things called collets. You've got grooves on the valve, and these sit in there like so. And what actually happens, obviously you put the spring on first. That compresses. Compress the spring whilst not, that'll make it easier for me. Put your two collets on. Then when you let go, this comes back up and gets jammed in now and stops it coming off. Now the difficult bit is getting the collets in there. So what we do, I'll show you in this one, it's easier, you can see it. We get some bit of engine oil, just put a dab on there, so when we put the collets in, it sort of holds it in place. And what Jacob's got is a little magnet on the end, and we pop it in now. Let's zoom in, see if you can see it. You can see the top of the valve with the two collets in place. Now, if we just release the trigger now, it will spring up and probably not want to collets flying all over the workshop. So what we do, hand adjustment here. We slowly release it, bring the spring up, and then we release the valve compression tool. Now, as you can see, what I mean, those are two collets. You just about see a join nail and one nail going round, and the spring is pushing up against the collet, what locks it in place.